A very good afternoon. You're watching the Midday News on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor and here are the Midday News headlines. Rajya Sabha chairman says Home Minister Rajnath Singh will reply to the debate on National Register of Citizens of Assam at 2 p.m. today. Amit Shah to be allowed to conclude debate that was disrupted by opposition on Tuesday. Congress demands expunging statement made in the House targeting Rajiv Gandhi. Chairman conveys he is upset with happenings in the House during debate on Tuesday. Stresses the chair holds the power to adjourn the House depending on the situation. Seeks cooperation from all members for smooth and dignified conduct of the House of Elders. President Ramnath Kovind to confer Outstanding Parliamentarian Award from year 2013 to 2017 today. Dr. Najma Heptullah, Hukumdev Narayan Sai, Yadav, Ghulam Nabi Azad, Dinesh Trivedi and Bharat Ruhari Mahatab to be honoured. Fourteen people killed in rain-related incidents in Uttar Pradesh in the last 24 hours. Toll in the last 1 week rises to 106. Second wave of floods in Assam claimed 2 lives and affects nearly 50,000 people in 3 districts. And in cricket, men in blue look to win their first test series in England in 11 years as they play the first of the 5 test match series at Edgbaston today. Rajya Sabha chairman has informed the House that Home Minister Rajnath Singh will reply to the debate on Assam NRC at 2 p.m. today. Before the Home Minister's statement, Amit Shah will be allowed to conclude his views that were disrupted on Tuesday. There was consensus in the House today to allow question hour to be conducted smoothly, after which the Home Minister's reply was sought.
And many apprehension has been raised, many doubt has been raised. So, sir, you please call the Honourable Minister, Home Minister, and let him clarify all these doubts and clarification the Honourable members have sought. Then, sir, we can go for other business. So, my summons is, sir, please let the Home Minister come, he has already come, and meet to all the queries and doubts of the honourable members.
हाउस में पहले भी ये प्रेसिडेंट रहा है. ये एक ऐसा विषय है जिस पर पूरा देश जानकारी को चाहता है. हाउस कंसेंसस से इसके ऊपर तैयार है सर, और चेयरमैन साहब को पावर है सर 266 में सर, अगर इस विषय पे गृह मंत्री जी का बयान कराया जाए सर, और डिबेट को एक बार कंप्लीट कर दिया जाए सर. सर डिबेट को भी एक बार कंप्लीट कर दिया जाए.
Only reply of the Honourable Home Minister remains. So let there be question hour today, sir. After the question hour, Honourable Home Minister can reply, sir.
Amit Bhai has to conclude and then Honourable Home Minister has to reply afterwards. No, you can't decide, na. 2 o'clock is there, na. 2 baje देंगे.
reply कब होगा?
2 baje.
An earlier chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu conveyed to the House that he was upset with the happenings in the Rajya Sabha during the discussion on the Assam National Register of Citizens on Tuesday. He categorically stated that the chair has the power to adjourn the House as per the situation. He also explained at length the reason for adjournment of the House and said that his primary concern was the smooth conduct of the proceedings of the upper house in a manner that benefits the House of Elders.
Honourable members, I was so upset yesterday, so much so the country also, when some members menacingly rushed towards the well of the House. I thought something is going to happen to my secretariat, and then some people started raising slogans also. It's totally unacceptable. I hope such things will not be repeated. I don't want to name anybody or take any party's name, because I saw in the newspapers saying that House is going on well, lot of constructive business has been done, but now it will not be allowed. Like that, one day before, in the newspapers it came. Subsequently, what has happened have happened. Let me make it very clear. The chair has power to adjourn the House as per the situation. And there are umpteen number of examples in this House, in the very House, from the chair, where the House is adjourned and then to any time. one, that is the discretion of the chair, because he is overall responsible for the conduct of the House in a dignified and manner. But unless there is a cooperation by all members, it's not possible. So when I find it not possible, the next thing I do is, instead of allowing this unruly scenes to be seen by the people, because this is Parliament, this is the upper house, where people expect a more matured behavior by one and all. I don't want that negative thing to go. That's why I adjourned the House and I adjourned it. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I have requested the Home Minister. He has come. He was waiting to give his reply to the discussion that has taken place, even discussion also, something unusual, because you know, I am not in favor of suspending question hour at all, but on the request of the leader of the opposition and other people, as I found there is a broad consensus as the issue want to be raised is a sensitive and serious, I have decided to go by the mood of the House as an exception, not as a regular thing, and to do away with the question hour, and then allow discussion. Many of the members have made very constructive suggestions and also shown restraint as per my expectation. I was feeling happy, but suddenly, I don't know whatever it is, people started coming to the well of the House. I appeal the people, if you are interested, please allow the House to function in normal way. Outside, whatever you want to say, people have been said earlier also, and I am not concerned about what you say and what you do outside. As far as the House is concerned, it should be conducted in a dignified manner, befitting of the upper house of Indian Parliament, which has got a greater legacy. Yesterday, we were on the issue of this National Citizen Register, and members have made this thing. Sri Amit Shah was on his legs making his submission. It was disrupted at that time. I allow him to conclude it now, and then I will call the Home Minister.
And earlier, Congress's Anand Sharma raised a point of order and demanded that the statement made in the upper house on Tuesday, referring to former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, be expunged, and the member apologize to the House.
Sir, under Rule 2385, sir. Sir, this is regarding the rules to be observed when a member has been permitted to speak in this August House, sir. Sir, पिछले कल सदन के अंदर जो चर्चा हो रही थी, हमारे देश में बड़े सम्मानित प्रधानमंत्री रहे, पंडित नेहरू से आरंभ होके राजीव जी के बाद में नरसिम्हा राव जी प्रधानमंत्री रहे, देवे गौड़ा जी रहे, गुजराल जी रहे, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी रहे, डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह रहे। कल सदन के अंदर ये कहा गया एक माननीय सदस्य के द्वारा कि राजीव गांधी जी के असम अकॉर्ड के बाद जितने प्रधानमंत्री थे वो बुज़दिल थे, उनमें हिम्मत नहीं थी। मैं इसकी निंदा करता हूं, उसको आप वापस करें, उसको क्षमा मांगे, रिकॉर्ड से निकालें। आपने कैसे कह दिया?
And in the Lok Sabha, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has said that the Doklam issue has been resolved through diplomatic efforts and that there is no change in status quo at the face-off side. She was answering to a question raised by TMC's Saugat Bose.
भूटान और चाइना का बाउंड्री डिस्प्यूट अलग चल रहा है। डोकलम में जो ट्राई जंक्शन पॉइंट का बात थी वो हमारे से संबंधित थी, वरना नॉर्दर्न डोकलम की बाउंड्री डिस्प्यूट उनके साथ चल रहा है, वो भूटान और चीन के बारे में। उसके बारे में भारत कुछ नहीं कह सकता। जो हमारी फेस ऑफ साइट है उसके बारे में मैं बार बार कह रही हूँ कि फेस ऑफ साइट का मामला 28 अगस्त को पिछले साल 2017 को सुलझ चुका है और वहां पर तिल भर भी परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ है।
So the issue of NRC we saw being reverberated in the Rajya Sabha today as well. Let's get more details from my colleague Kriti Mishra, who's joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, we saw this NRC issue again, heated discussion happened yesterday. Today there was an adjournment in the morning as well. But since then, the House has been functioning smoothly. And we understand that post-lunch, Home Minister Rajnath Singh will be replying to the NRC discussion today.
That's right, Aishwarya. You remember that yesterday the discussion on Assam's NRC remained inconclusive because when Home Minister Rajnath Singh was expected to give his reply, there were disruptions in the House. Thereafter, when the House was adjourned, then Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu had expressed his anguish and also his displeasure to LOP Ghulam Nabi Azad, saying that the discussion could not be completed, and he also said that newspapers had already written such articles which probably gave an impression, and it appeared as if the entire move was orchestrated or pre-planned. Today also during 0 hour there were disruptions on this issue, but in the question hour it was decided that Home Minister would give a reply to the discussion at around 2 p.m. So certainly Chairman also clarified in the House that it was the Chair's prerogative to adjourn the House according to the situation. He also sought the cooperation of all the members in order to ensure that the House functions properly. So certainly this is an important issue, and the reply would be given by the Home Minister at 2 p.m. in the Upper House today. Aishwarya?
Right, and Kriti, speaking about the lower house, of course, we saw in the morning Sushma Swaraj there making a statement on the Doklam standoff. And we understand that post-lunch there are several crucial bills that are lined up. Tell us more about them.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. So there are important bills that are slated to be taken up in the lower houses. So there's National Sports University Bill. There's also banning of unregulated schemes to uphold the interest of depositors. So certainly important bills are expected to come up in the lower house. Aishwarya?
Thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates there from Parliament. So that was our special segment on Parliament news. And with that, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more news.
मैं सोनल मान सिंह जो राज्य सभा की सदस्य नाम निर्देशित हुई हूँ।
When it comes to the theatre personalities, when it comes to the people belonging to the field of literature, there is a feeling that either that person is a rightist or a leftist. What is your positioning?
I am the centre, and this is my right and this is my left.
The earlier governments have not recognized a person from the field of art and culture. What do you think is the reason behind this big hiatus which we have seen?
Art and culture have not been given their priority or their primacy or the kind of importance and attention that it requires with the advancing times.
Watch to the point with a newly inducted Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament, Sonal Man Singh, only on Rajya Sabha television.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Welcome back after the break. The Central Hall of Parliament House will today hold a function to confer the outstanding Parliamentarian awards from the year 2013 to 2017 at 6 p.m. And President Ramnath Kovind will present the awards. 5 members of Parliament have been selected for the honours.
The Indian Parliamentary Group will confer the Outstanding Parliamentarian Award to 5 members of Parliament for their overall contribution. The award ceremony will be held in the Central Hall of Parliament today. President Ramnath Kovind will confer the awards. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan will address the gathering. Dr. Najma Heptullah, the former Rajya Sabha MP, will get the award for 2013. Heptullah is currently the Governor of Manipur. Lok Sabha MP Hukmdev Narayan Yadav of the BJP will be awarded for the year 2014. While the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha Ghulam Nabi Azad has been named Outstanding Parliamentarian for 2015. For 2016, Lok Sabha MP from TMC Dinesh Trivedi will be given the award. And for the year 2017, BJD's Lok Sabha MP Bhartrihari Mehtab has been named Outstanding Parliamentarian.
I'll be having my own decision, but I should also respect others' opinion. It is this respect for others' opinion that is being minimized day after day. Parliamentary democracy is सबसे अच्छा madhyam hai in comparison to others. If that is to be maintained and to be strengthened, then this is the Parliament is the best forum, and Parliament is the best forum. We can make it successful if we have respect for each other.
जब तक इस नौकरशाही में जो प्रशासनिक व्यवस्था जिसको कहते हैं आप नौकरशाही, जो अंग्रेज के तंत्र की देन है, इसका जब तक रूपांतरण नहीं होगा, जब तक इसका सामाजिकरण नहीं होगा, तब तक हिंदुस्तान के अंदर जोड़ लगाने वाले जोड़ लगाएंगे, लेकिन उसका लाभ नहीं मिलेगा। मुझे कहने में कोई इतराज़ नहीं है। आज नरेंद्र मोदी जितनी योजना चलाए हैं, अगर ये प्रशासनिक तंत्र ग्रामोन्मुखी होता, गाँवोन्मुखी होता, जिसके लिए वो प्रयत्न भी करते हैं, तो जितना लाभ मिला है उससे 10 गुना ज़्यादा लाभ मिल गया होता।
हम 1990 से सांसद हैं। पहले संसद में थोड़ा ह्यूमर था कि बहुत यदि टेम्परेचर गर्म हो गया तो कोई संसद ने थोड़ा लाइट किया, थोड़ी हंसी मजाक की, सब हंस पड़े और फिर वातावरण को हल्का बना दिया। आज की संसद में ह्यूमर की जगह नहीं रही, मतलब सबको तनाव इतना ज़्यादा है और मैं समझता हूँ इस तनाव को कम करने की बहुत आवश्यकता है।
The awardees were selected on the basis of their experience, debating skills, awareness of issues and the depth with which issues were raised. The names were shortlisted by an award committee headed by Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan. Arvind Kumar Singh's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
On to some other news now. The Delhi High Court today extended the interim protection from arrest granted to Congress leader P. Chidambaram in September 28th in the INX media case. An anticipatory bail plea was filed by Chidambaram seeking protection from arrest by CBI and ED. The court asked the Enforcement Directorate to file a reply within 4 weeks. And during the hearing, the CBI told the court that it has already filed its reply in the case. The matter will now be heard on 28th of September. The court had on 31st of May granted interim protection from arrest to Chidambaram. Chidambaram and his son Karthi have been under the scanner of the CBI as well as Enforcement Directorate in connection with the Foreign Investment Promotion Board clearance which was granted to INX Media. TMC Chief Mamata Banerjee has said that there would be a collective leadership of the opposition front to take on the BJP in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Mamata Banerjee, who is on a 3-day visit to Delhi, is slated to meet Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and other prominent opposition leaders today to personally invite them for her rally in Kolkata. Mamata's statement indicates that a proposed coalition may not name a prime ministerial candidate ahead of the polls. The Congress had earlier also given indications that it was not averse to accepting a nominee for the top post. Mamata Banerjee said the country needs a change and that it would happen in 2019. And now an update on M. Karunanidhis' health, and doctors have said that the DMK president was responding well to medical treatment and that his vital signs have gradually normalized. This was informed by Chennai's Kaveri Hospital in a medical bulletin released on Tuesday evening. However, it said the 94-year-old former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister may require a longer period of hospitalization due to age-related overall decline in general health. The DMK Supremo was admitted to the ICU of the hospital last week for fever due to urinary tract infection and also a drop in his blood pressure. And on Tuesday, Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi flew to Chennai to meet Karunanidhis and calling the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister a tough man. Rahul Gandhi said that he has the spirit of Tamil Nadu. Actor and politician Rajnikant also visited Karunanidhis in the hospital yesterday evening. Let's get you all the weather updates. According to the figures compiled by the Indian Met Department, June and July recorded 5% and 6% less rainfall respectively across the country. The states of Assam, Meghalaya and Lakshadweep are witnessing deficient monsoon as well. The Kerala authorities have they continue to be on alert with the water level in the Idukki Dam inching towards the maximum. Rains lashed many parts of the state, claiming 2 lives on Tuesday. The Met Department has forecast heavy to very heavy rainfall in the few places in the state till tomorrow. Meanwhile, 14 people have been killed and 7 others have been injured in rain-related incidents in different parts of Uttar Pradesh as well in the last 24 hours, pushing the total death toll 206. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has directed the officials to provide immediate financial and medical assistance to people severely affected by rains. The Met Department has also forecast rain or thunder showers at most places in the state today as well. Meanwhile, the second wave of floods in Assam has claimed 2 lives and affected nearly 50,000 people in 3 districts of the state. And with this, the total number of people who have lost their lives in floods this year in the state has risen to 36, including 3 in landslides triggered by the deluge. Currently, the rivers in the state, namely Brahmaputra, Bikhau and Dhansiri, are flowing above the danger mark. Meanwhile, the water level of Yamuna River in the national capital is expected to rise further as 21,000 cusecs of water have been released from the Hatnikund barrage on Tuesday night. And the United States has designated LET terrorist Abdul Rahman al-Dakhil and Pakistan-based terror groups 2 financial facilitators as specially designated global terrorists. Now, Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist Dakhil was an operational leader for LET's attacks in India between 1997 and 2001. The US State Department in a statement said that the designation seeks to deny Dakhil the resources to plan and carry out terrorist attacks. In a separate statement, the Treasury Under-Secretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence said that 2 of LET financial facilitators who are responsible for collecting, transporting and distributing funds to support the terror group and provide the salaries of extremists have also been designated the same, so that all the property and interests in the name of these 2 terrorists subject to US jurisdiction are denied to them. And Facebook has identified a coordinated political influence campaign ahead of November's US congressional elections and taken down several fake accounts on its site. The company said that it has removed 32 pages and accounts from Facebook and Instagram as well because they were involved in coordinated, inauthentic behavior. Pages were allegedly created to influence campaign to mislead users and organize rallies ahead of November's US congressional elections. The Facebook added that it is in the early stages of the investigation. It also said that close to 3 lakh people followed these suspended accounts. The developments come after media reported that Facebook has told US lawmakers that it detected the campaign as part of its investigations into election interference. Let's get all the sporting action now. The first of the 5 cricket test matches between India and England will begin at Edgbaston today. The match will start at 3:30 p.m. India time, and the English side will be celebrating its 1000th test at Edgbaston today. India last won a test series in England in 2007 under Rahul Dravid. And in the current UK tour, India won the T20 series against England, but it lost the ODI series. News from the world of hockey. India defeated Italy 3-0 to reach the quarter-final of the Women's Hockey World Cup in London yesterday. Lal Remisiami scored the opening goal of the match in the 9th minute of the game, and post the first goal, India continued to play with aggression, but they were unable to score in the second quarter. And with just seconds to go into the third quarter, India earned a penalty corner and converted it into a goal with a brilliant deflection from Neha Goyal. And with just 5 minutes to go in the final quarter, Vandana Kataria also scored with a deflection, making it impossible for Italy to level the scores. India will now face Ireland on Thursday for a place in the semi-finals. That's it in this edition of Midday News. Thanks for watching.